going to play bishop d4. So it just goes to show there's more to chess than playing for time. That's what I'm trying to prove here. Now I'm going to queen a pawn. The f pawn. Why don't I just play f2 check? Next move. Actually, check was strong too. It's a good thing with the bishop on the board. There's no sorts of stalemates. So, how much time do we need? You know, position is more important than time, dude. Get the pre-move. Rook d1, get the pre-move in. No, it was a last-minute thought. Rook d3 wasn't a pre-move. Rook d3 was like anti-pre-move. All right. So, finally got one of these guys who's just trying to win on time. Couldn't do it against d-higher. It was a different kind of position. Here the queens are on the board, so mate is achievable with under 30 seconds. Well, the queen got on the board again. The potential for queen to be on the board was there. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to find another 15-minute game. If we don't find another 15-minute game, we've got another hour and 10 minutes left. We're going to play some blitz. 5-minute blitz. Last time I played blitz was ugly. We got like... Actually, last time wasn't too bad. We had just 2 games. But before that, there was the first Twitch where I tried to play blitz was just absolutely brutal. We got 7 strong players in a row, which is extremely unusual. So we've got another hour and over an hour till the NFL playoff game starts. We're not going to tell anybody who we're rooting for. Check out my YouTube channel. It's going to be filling up a lot of good content. There's not a lot there yet, but there will be. I guarantee it. You will be glad that you found out about it. Free stuff, free instructive videos, video chess training. Alright, hope 2016. I hope that we can win. We are white. Let's play a little d4. We've been playing g3, knight f3, c4. Wow. This is a move that you don't see. Knight c6. I don't even know what that's called. Mexican defense, no? Mexican defense. So I did it. Somewhere in my brain had it stored away. I never really got much when I played d5. And I think you just play into their pet line. So we can play a Chigorin. Nimzovich defense. Not Chigorin. We can transpose to Chigorin if we play c4, or he can play a 2 knights tango. You can play e4, and the problem with e4 is e5, and I don't really play the Scotch. And the lines after d takes e5, I don't really know, but of course we can figure it out over the board. Pats are favored by 3 points against Denver today. I don't know about that. I don't like the Pats playing in Denver. Alright, so I don't know why I would feel that way. The last game. Anyway, let's play c4, and then e5. There's another weird line that's not really theory. Yeah. What are we going to do with this guy? Play knight f3? then he plays d5. It's Chigorin. We're going to make a move in the next 5 seconds and just decide. Alright, e4 it is. We're going to play e4. And he played d6. That's actually a move we're happy to see because we used to play this for black. So, used to like I'm dead or something. But I stopped playing it. It was really good at the club level. This is an extremely good opening to play. Like against experts, if you're 2500, which I was. USCF anyway. We didn't quite get there FIDE. We got to about 2475, 2480 peak, but we were unable to achieve 2500. Yeah, what am I thinking about here? Knight f3. Knight f3. I have this habit of not playing well against openings I played myself for some reason. The other day we had a really weird game in a Accelerated Dragon in a line I've like studied and played a million times with black, and I totally forgot the move for white, but there's a video coming out which I haven't edited yet on YouTube. Post-mortem of Accelerated Dragon game that was played here live. Very interesting game. Kind of key line, I think, for white. Now, it's a Steinitz. Where is he coming up with this stuff? He played knight c6 on the first move against d6 to try to play a Steinitz. That is so weird. I wonder if it's better to play like c3 here. It's a little slower. Bishop c3. c3 is passive. I could play knight c3, and then it's like a weird Philidor with knight on c6. Alright, so yeah, it'll be a really good video coming out on my channel. This post-mortem of the Accelerated Dragon. It's a line like e4, c5, knight f3, g6. I'm playing white, d4, cd, queen takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, now f6. Okay, dude. So you're just blatantly playing bad moves. Alright. Is bishop g4 a threat after bishop c4? I'm sure this is some obscure move that's been played before. Obviously it's not good for black, but what should white do? He plays g6, he plays this stodgy sort of setup, but the weakness on the a2, g8 diagonal here shouldn't be going away anytime soon. So yeah. If I play bishop c4 and he plays bishop g4, and I take on e5, and he takes with a d-pawn, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Bishop g4 doesn't look right. He did it instantly. Yeah, I mean, you guys all know the classic. What's my channel name on YouTube? It's Video Chess Training. We've got a few videos and a few uploads there, but I'm going to be making new videos almost every day, so you're going to get a lot of content for free. Yeah, why did I know this guy was going to play this move? It looks totally against all principles, but he's just threatening knight to d4. So pawn takes e5, d takes e5. That's the problem here. I can do bishop e3. I mean, if I have to, if there's no other choice. Bishop e3 is fine. d5 is a move I'd rather avoid. Pawn takes e5, knight takes e5, knight takes e5, bishop takes d1, bishop f7 check, king e7, knight d5 mate. The classic mate, legal mate, or whatever it's called. Not legal's mate. Alright. It ought to be something better than bishop e3 here. But bishop e3 is fine. I mean, I'm sure that David Bronstein would approve of bishop e3. it just doesn't matter. You know, black has weakened himself so much, you can do almost anything. This is why I spoke about David Bronstein. Bronstein liked this double pawn capture on f3 in such kind of positions. The guy is a terrible position here. I mean, it's like, it's a good trade to take on d4, but his position's still terrible because of the weakness on the white squares. His only line, I guess, is knight takes d4, queen takes d4, c6, trying to get like a semblance of control over the white squares. I don't know why the guy's rated 1900. So I'm not gonna like let you have a second chance to take my bishop. This is a strong piece. So b5. We'd like to see b5. Yeah, another very practical player playing black here. So he's going to castle queenside, and we're going to keep that in mind. Steinitz would absolutely eat this guy alive if he was still with us. Man, this looks like a simul game from the 1800s. But we have to make some choices. f4 takes a lot of squares away, but it's still, I'm not developing anything, but I like it. I mean, it takes away the e5 square. It controls the center. It opens up my queen. I was going to play queen d2, but that's so routine, you know. Now he should castle queenside, and we should think about our king too a little bit, because, you know, our king is kind of chilling in the middle of the board, and it's not really what you want. So I still could put my queen on d2, but there are other possibilities. I don't like queen h5. It gives him g6, and I think g6 is a somewhat reasonable move because it gives him a little more semblance of control, as I said, over the white squares. So I think what we're looking for here is just a sensible move. Queen e2, queen f3, like, look reasonable. Queen f3, with the idea of my mouse spacing out. I don't know if you guys have wireless mouses, but the wireless mouse just sometimes it just stops working and you have to like move the battery. That's extremely annoying. So queen f3, queen d2. I'm just developing, controlling the center. There's no concrete plan yet. But I do like castling queenside. Alright, enough time here. Eventually this guy's going to hang a piece if he keeps like avoiding developing. I wanted to play bishop d5, but I think knight e7 is good there. So maybe bishop d3. If I play bishop d3, he'll play c5 or what? Bishop e2. I mean, every move is possible here, but I don't want his knight going to c4 later on. Simple bishop b3. Bishop e2. Bishop e2 allows queen b6. Bishop d3. And I'm wondering if I should have played... Should I have played something different? Bishop d5, 97 castles. Bishop e2, queen c6. Alright, I have checks and stuff like that. This is extremely strange player. Extremely strange. This bizarre opening, then he likes this bizarro position. He's rated 1915 minutes, but playing absolute horrible chess. Based on tactics, I guess.